It isn't just Mumbai. All of India is waiting to hear some confirmation that Mumbai's nightmare is going to be finally over. But that information isn't forthcoming just yet. My colleagues Shai and Priyanka have been tracking events in Mumbai all through the night, and early this morning they join us with all the latest.
I'm outside Nariman house where the security operations seem to be reaching the final stage. I'm Priyanka Kakotka, and I'll bring you the latest on the siege, which still continues at the Oberoi Trident. Anxious relatives waiting to hear what's going on. But for now, it's back to you, Ankita.
All right, the headlines at this hour. Encounters are still on at the Taj and the Oberoi Trident hotels, as well as Nariman House, more than 32 hours after Mumbai was taken over by terrorists. A hostage rescued from the Taj relives his nightmare.
There was an evacuation plan, and we were all jumbled together in the corridor, waiting to leave.
At least 125 people have been killed in Mumbai, but many people have been rescued. One or two terrorists still believed to be inside the hotels. Fresh explosions are heard inside the Nariman house in Colaba as commandos close in. France's foreign minister tells NDTV he thinks the Al-Qaeda was behind the attacks on Mumbai. The world follows every step of the hostage drama. Well, it's now 33 hours, and of course we're going to have that clock up for you all the time to track just how long it's been since Mumbai was taken over by terror, and there's still no end to the nightmare. Operations currently on at the Nariman House, the Taj Hotel and the Oberoi Trident to flush out the remaining terrorists. 2 to 3 terrorists are still believed to be inside the Nariman House, but we believe there are no more hostages inside. At the Oberoi Trident, also, we believe 1 or 2 terrorists still inside, but it's not clear if there are any guests left in the hotel or just how many people could be still trapped inside the hotel. Well, the Director General of the NSG has said 1 injured terrorist is still inside the Taj. The stage seems to be set for a final operation there. The media has been asked to refrain from doing any live broadcasts from outside the hotel. 125 people killed, including 14 policemen and 6 foreigners, 327 among those injured. Well, Shai Venkatragam joins me from the Nariman House in Colaba. Shai, we believe there have been 3 explosions inside the Nariman House, 2 around 2:30 this morning and the third one a little later. Just what seems to be the situation there at the moment?
Well, Ankita, clearly operations here seem to be reaching some sort of a final stage. If I could show you behind me, you can see the trucks with commando forces, in fact, going right up till the end of the lane where Nariman House is located. Right through the last hour, there's been heightened activity here. You have fire officials stationed here. You have commando trucks here. The police have positioned themselves here, and they're not allowing anybody to go into the lane at all. They've asked for first aid supplies as well to be brought here. What we have been told is through the night in the buildings around Nariman House, commandos had moved in, the lights had been switched off, and they positioned themselves so that they could enter the building and look at and sort of examine the situation close to the ground. That is when they found 7 hostages had been, in fact, locked inside a room on the first floor. They were rescued. So there is a possibility that there may be more people as well inside. Until yesterday, senior police officials were telling us that there were no hostages, but clearly that is a picture that has changed with the discovery of the 7 people who are locked in a first floor, in the bathroom on the first floor. So now the commandos are very, very alive to the possibility that there may be more people inside, and so they're proceeding very, very closely. But like I said, going by the number of commando trucks coming in, the paramilitary forces stationed here, clearly operations are reaching some sort of a final stage. People are being kept out. You can see there's this tension in the air, and they're being very, very careful about keeping the public out. In fact, even the media has been kept at a considerable distance away from the operations.
All right, Shai, if you could just ask your camera to pan and really take us through what you're seeing from where you are.
Well, as you can see behind me, this is the lane where inside one of these lanes is where Nariman House is located. As you can see, the entire lane has been evacuated. All you see are a couple of taxis, perhaps mostly paramilitary vehicles. You have police cars, and they are not allowing anybody inside. The public has been kept out. People have been told to stay indoors. What we've been told is inside the lane where Nariman House is located, buildings around, while the people have been allowed to stay in, they've been asked not to move outdoors. Through the night, lights were switched off, and the police had night vision cameras, so they were able to see exactly what was going on. They've also placed special telecommunication equipment with transmitters, so they've been able to intercept phone calls or whatever conversations have been happening inside Nariman House between the terrorists. And all along, in fact, you have the police parked here. You have 4 trucks of NSG commandos who have just entered. You have 5 officials. I don't know if you can see from here to the right in the blue uniform. They've been stationed here. There are about 3 fire trucks here. The only thing we're told they're waiting for are first aid supplies to come in. And so it looks as if they are preparing themselves for some sort of a final operation.
All right, Shai, thanks very much indeed for all those details. We'll, of course, come back to you as soon as there seems to be an update from Nariman House.